Okay, so I just finished the new Godzilla movie, not -1. I can't wait to watch -1, especially after this. This was Ebirah, Horror of the Deep, and boy, I was fucking bored. It's not that the movie had absolutely nothing going for it. There is a scene where Godzilla suplexes a giant crab. He does his signature move again, not the atomic breath, but throwing rocks. I feel like it's ever since Ghidorah the three-headed monster, he seems to throw rocks at enemies more than use the atomic breath, and it makes me laugh every time I'll do that. I'll say that. Kind of like in Three-Headed Monster, he's fighting a flying bird, but while the fight with Rodan is really fun, the fight with the Condor is kind of whatever until he finally uses the breath and just destroys the thing.
It also just shows up right the hell out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just shows up right out of nowhere. There's a scene where he's getting attacked by planes, and it's kind of like in Godzilla Raids Again. But the music playing sounds like it would play during a surfing montage. It was kind of fun, but it was so weird and bizarre. The human character, I mean, because I remember saying this especially in Astro Monster, and I think I said in Three-Headed Monster as well, I was actually really invested in the shit that was going on in the plot. I was like, this is actually a pretty decent movie, and then Godzilla's in here, and this was... this one guy's, like, his brother went missing, so he's trying to get a yacht so he can go look for his brother, and they end up finding this dude who's like a thief, he's like a safe cracker, and they end up on his yacht, and they end up in the waters, and they get attacked by Ebirah, the Horror of the Deep, and they end up, there was this ship, it was called the Red Bamboo, or these, like, Japanese militants who were trying to make atomic weapons on this island, and they captured the people from Infant Island, so there's Mothra. And Godzilla was very tired in this movie. Like, he shows up and he's asleep. They have to, like, strap copper wire to his fucking eyeball and get lightning to strike a sword so he can wake up. But even then, he spends a lot of the movie just kind of sitting around. It looks like... This feels like this would have been a later movie. Like, the dude is really old. He doesn't want to do as much. And there's moments where it almost looks like he's sitting around just kind of contemplating. And then you've got the people of Infant Island trying to get Mothra to help. You know, Masura, Masura. And Mothra doesn't do shit until the last maybe 5 minutes of the movie. And it really seemed like Mothra was tired, like Mothra was asleep and didn't want to get involved. And if you know anything about this movie, there's this famous moment where there's just a cigarette, like, right like by Mothra's head, like it looks like it's behind her ear. And Clay at one point had said, it's like, that explains everything. It's not that it was a cigarette, it's that it was a blunt. Mothra was just blazed the entire movie and didn't want to do anything. And then when the high wore off, she's like, oh shit, I need to go help. And so she did. This movie did break the trend though. Because I had said with Mothra v Godzilla, and then with Three-Headed Monster, and then with Astro Monster, I was like, oh, we might have a second best Godzilla movie now. Okay, this is the second best. Okay, this is the second best. This is not the second best Godzilla movie I've seen. I think this is, again, of the 7 movies I've watched in this marathon, this is probably my least favorite. I would put it below Raids Again. The reason I would do that is for 2 reasons. The reason is for 2 reasons. 2 reasons why. Number 1, there's that scene in Raids Again where there's like the big destruction of the oil rig, which I really like. Like, this movie was very light on the destruction. And it's something I do enjoy in a Godzilla movie. And Raids Again is not that great, but it does have some good destruction. The oil rig is really cool, and I love the destruction of the Osaka castle. Like, it's such a cool scene to me, and this doesn't really have that. It does have Godzilla, like, biting off, like, Ebirah's claw, and then ripping off the other one, and then taunting him with it. That was cool, that was fun. But I was just so thoroughly uninvested throughout the entire movie. But, that's 7 down. I don't know, like 28 to